time, please give a nice, warm welcome to the valedictorian of the class of 2024, who will be attending Stony Brook and majoring in mathematics, Jonathan Litchwick.
I'd like to begin by being upfront and informing you that most of what I have to say today is not addressed to the entire audience. The fact is that speeches like this will be appreciated by hundreds, but only really remembered by a couple dozen. And since those couple dozen are most likely to be comprised of those closest to the speaker, most of my speech will be addressed to those closest to me. However, I do have one message for the entire audience. As just a 17-year-old, I find it difficult to believe that I have anywhere near the wisdom necessary to give advice to an audience of hundreds. But my particular lived experience gives me enough confidence to relay this one message. It is so much easier to do your best when you do what you like. I feel that most people imagine the process of becoming valedictorian as this Herculean undertaking in which one must sacrifice all of the happiness and fun in their life to maximize their GPA. And this can be true if an individual is so determined that they are willing to make such sacrifices, but it does not reflect my lived experience. For me, there was very little sacrifice. I just had a passion for learning more about things I was interested in, and the hard work I did because of that passion brought me here. I know that if I did not enjoy learning, I would not be speaking in front of you today, because I would have needed an unimaginable amount of discipline as a substitute. I know that I did my best because I did what I liked. Hard work when you are truly passionate is so much easier than hard work when you are just disciplined. And so I urge all of you to dedicate your lives to your passions as much as possible. With that said, I ask that you bear with me all a moment longer as I begin the portion of my speech not addressed to the entire audience. Here, I wish to recognize and appreciate those who have contributed most to my growth as both a student and a person. Firstly, I'd like to thank Mr. Sipe and the RCK administration for keeping Ketchum a well-functioning place for all students to learn and grow. My parents, who are both high school teachers, know the tremendous impact that a good principal can make on a school. Woo! And it would be wrong for your impact to go unrecognized here. Next, I'd like to thank the teachers I've had the pleasure of taking classes with throughout high school. Although a substantial amount of my education occurred through my own passionate efforts, so much of it occurred in the classroom that it would be wrong for your impact to go unrecognized here. In particular, I give my utmost appreciation to Mrs. Augusta, Mr. Brunelli, Mr. Brisky, Mr. Calamano, Mrs. Sorbona, and Mr. Ropes. I learned so much from all of you, and I truly loved being in each of your classes. Next, I'd like to thank the friends I've made throughout high school. The time I wasn't spending on learning and studying was still time well spent when it was with you all, and it would be wrong for your impact to go unrecognized here. In particular, I must mention Louise, Daniel, Derek, Alexis, Richard, and Jacob, and Andrew. All of you have been nothing but the truest of friends to me for many years, and I feel nothing but earnest gratitude for each of you. Next, I'd like to thank my sister. Jossie, you set the standard for what excellence looks like, and you helped me find my own excellence by always guiding me, always understanding me, and always being there for me. While I have achieved through passion, you have achieved through discipline, and I will always respect you for that. Thank you. I could not have asked for a greater sister. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents. Dad, your love for me is always clear, and I have never once doubted that you were truly proud of me. I can only hope that my love for you is as clear as yours is to me. Mom, I have no stronger bond with anyone else on this earth than I do with you.
I love you, baby.
Both of you have sacrificed so much and put in so much effort while raising me to become the person you knew I could be. Anyone could go far with parents as loving and supportive as you two. Thank you both. I love you more than these words can describe. Thank you all for your time. and congratulations to the class of 2024.